I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Flag 20. Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Now Goff on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
DeAndre Hopkins was named All-Pro for the first time in 2017, and really don't have to do much but look at the statistics to know why. 4 touchdown grabs in 2016, jumped that up to 13 in 2017. That led all NFL receivers. Also added in 96 catches and close to 1,400 yards. DeAndre Hopkins' ability to get free in the secondary is a marvel, mainly because of head fakes.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 16 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And this is taken in at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays and look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point? Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 29, Goff. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Goff on first down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Back to throw. Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week. Up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Defense, let's go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
1, Omaha.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, he knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 14 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10. But he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if we'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get in there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Thomas has got it, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
Yeah, he got it there. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a two-syllable word. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
We go tonight. 180.
Good track.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Goff now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again. Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Now gone. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. Again, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Will Fuller, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Check 24. Watch 24. Hey, watch this. Watch this.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, but a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it here with Hub. There he goes again. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The catch and run there, good for 16 at first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Garoppolo. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Garoppolo now. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, team.
Garoppolo again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be second and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
He's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 3 yards out, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point? Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Out of the gun, Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Fielded at the 20. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo looking long for Thomas. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 36 yards on the play. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one rips, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Elijah Lee there to make the stop defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go ahead.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're in 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
This is Hunt. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
There's just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 29, Goff. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Cut his left. Cut his left.
Now Goff on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. It's complete to Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On 1st down, Goff. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
50. 120. Ready? Right. He's telling right here. He's telling the right. Telling the right. Hey.
Goff throwing again. And this is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
James has got it. Complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. They're running with Garland. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Gurley unable to punch it in on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand.
Here we go.
So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking it in the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? 4th quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, you're going to go out there and compete. You want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
56, the mark, boys, 56.
Here's Goff. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff, he'll throw underneath for Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Josh Reynolds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you needed to get it sometime.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point? Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Let's go, D.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Goff. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?